Hello YouTube, it's me Rico. I decided I'm going to try to show people who wish to learn to play the guitar an easy way to get started. Um, it's really not hard at all. If you want to learn to play, uh, have no fear because it's really easy actually. I'll even show you how to read some tab to get the chords to where you can learn some of your favorite songs that you hear on the radio or from your favorite bands, etc., etc., etc. So first we'll start off with learning the guitar and what each string is. Okay, this top string here, that's your low E, alright? And then you got your A, it's the next one, D, G, next is B, and then the last one is an E again. It's a higher sound, obviously. First you want to make sure you are in tune. If you don't know how to tune a guitar, just go to google.com, type in online guitar tuner, and you can just hit play and it'll play the sound. You just need to go up here to your tuning right here and just match the sound. Hopefully you have a good enough ear for that. Just go until they sound exactly the same. Another good hint to make sure they are all the same, if you go here to the 5th fret, the second dot here, 5th fret right here, that should match the next string. See that? So on and so forth until you get down here to like the B string. Then it's a bit different. Or actually, the G string, I'm sorry. The G string, instead of doing it on the 5th fret, you're going to the 4th fret, the one right to the left of it. And that should match. And then the last one is the same as all the rest of them. So once you're in tune, then you can move on. So do that and come back, and here we go. Okay, next I should say. Next I'm going to show you, I showed you what each string represents, so now I'm going to show you what the frets represent, okay? As I said, the first string on the top is an E. So we're going to go from there. So you got your E. Now in between the E and the F and the B and the C, there are no sharps at all. And I'll explain as I go on. Okay, so we got your E, which means since there's no spaces in between, the next fret is going to be an F. So that top string right there, I'll do it with my thumb so you can see. That's going to be an F. Okay, that's the F note. And then F sharp. G is the next one. On that first dot is going to be a G. It's a good way to identify. Then you got your G sharp. Then next you got your A. And then you got your A sharp. Then you got your B. Then you got your C. That's right. In between the B and the C and the E and the F, there's no sharps. And then from your let's see where I'm at. B, C. Okay. And then you got your C sharp. Then you got your D. Then you got your D sharp. And down here at these double dots, that's the same string. That's an E again. Hear that? Same thing, just a higher octave. Now on the next string, it's the A string. Remember how I showed you earlier? So from your A, what's the next going to be? A sharp. Now where's A sharp on the top string? Right after that second dot. See how it matches? It's another way to also find out you're in tune. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, if you want to start off playing just the notes, that's cool. You know, if you just want to play bass guitar, that's one way to start that out, you know. Let's see. This is so many songs. This is a Green Day song, just bass. Hear that? Just one string, one note. Now, that was G, D, E, C is what I was playing. You just go by. You will learn those once you play the notes. You will kind of commit them to memory is what you'll do. You just gotta, you gotta practice, but it's gonna be really easy, I promise you. You can see I was just pushing on one string and making that. And watch. I heard you crying loud all the way across town. See, it's like really simple. I'm sorry if that was really bad singing. I don't like to sing that song. It's an okay song, I just don't really like to sing it. Anyway. So now I'm going to show you some bar chords. Now, these are, I don't, for some people they're harder than regular chords, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because they're easier for me than some of the regular chords. Like, see, for instance, a regular G is like this. It sounds really pretty. That's the up part of it. And once you get used to it, it is pretty easy to maneuver. Now this is a bar chord G. What you want to do is you cover that whole first fret with your finger. Okay? Make sure all the notes are pushed in. And then down here, 2 frets over, you put this finger. Ring finger is what that's called. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to try to get a better angle. So it should be like that, and then with your pinky, the string right below it. So see how those are hit? Now, you can find some place to put this, and I usually just put it behind one that's already, one's in front of it, so it's not going to matter. So see, that's a G and a bar chord. Hear that? Pretty chord, bar chord. Same thing, one's prettier than the other. I think this is easier. Now, if you were extremely lazy, like I tend to get sometimes when I play the guitar, instead of doing it that way, I just use 2 of my fingers like this. And I just hit the 2 strings I know I'm going to use. Like that. See that? Now, not all the time, because sometimes you want to do stuff like... Here I can make that new sound just by lifting your pinky up. You know, I mean, you can do variations of guitar. So that is how you do a bar chord. Now the same thing applies to everything. All you have to do, like see here's the F sharp, you just move it down, just like I showed you on the note. You just keep every finger the same place and go down. Simple, right? Okay, so now that you know about the chords, and how to find them, etc., how to play the bar chords, we're going to move on to the next step. If you want to play a certain song, you just need to go to Google or any kind of guitar tab site and just search for the title of the song or the band name. If you search in Google, type in Bush Glycerine tab or Glycerine chords, and it'll pop up a whole bunch of different ones, and you might see like numbers instead of the letter, like 5 lines. The 5 lines represent each string, is what that means, and the numbers represent what fret. Okay, we can go into that later. The thing you want to worry yourself with now, if you're just starting out, is the actual letter of the chord. So usually, like above the, like whatever, like if it's a numbers on this thing, like just it'll say a letter, which is G or something. That's what you want to go by, the G. Now you remember from where I showed you how to find it, it's this first dot is G. First dot is G. If you're pushing on the top string in there, that's G. Then the next one's A and B. Okay. On the second string down, you're going to go to, it's going to be C, D, E. Okay. If you get those first 6 there, those major ones, you're going to be okay. There are sharps sometimes, which remember the sharps are after the major chord, like A, then there's A sharp. Now you might see an A with a little B next to it. What that is, that's a flat. So how do you find that? It's just going to be the opposite direction. So since this is A on this first dot, this is going to be A sharp, this is going to be A flat. And you're probably thinking, but I thought that was G sharp. Yes, that is correct. They are exact one and the same. They have 2 outfits that they like to wear. If that'll help you learn that better. Anyway, so if you see an A flat, that's the same thing as a G sharp. Okay? So go on there, find a song you want to play. Learn to play before you sing, because it's going to be hard for you to keep the timing of playing and singing for most people. So do that first. Learn the pattern of the song, play along with the track if you can, and then you can start to try to sing at the same time. Master the music first, then you can do the vocals, okay? Also, if this helped you out any time or in any way, please do like a video response or something like that. Post it on there so I can see what you did. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to message me. As you all know, I reply to all my messages. I'm not one of those, oh, I'm too cool for everybody else on YouTube. I'm actually a real person, and if you have the time to comment on me, I will definitely comment back. So, also subscribe and let me know if you want to learn more about this, and we'll move on to the next step. Thank you.